Alright. So when we had last left off, I believe we were just about ready to go exploring inside the Miraculous Clinic, because we had just gotten approval from Sky. June 16, Eldune's house. Ah, you two again. When, oh when, will you learn? Look at me however you want. You're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look what we have. What's this? Detective Sky? Yesterday was Prosecutor Gavin. Today it's Detective Sky. Who are you two, really? Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Alright, just go in. Miraculous Clinic. We don't know what it looks like. June 16, Miraculous Clinic. Reception. Look at all them noodle bowls. Huh. Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? This place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it. The police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived. Looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. Alright, what do we got? Examination of everything. Everything! Examination of examinations! Okay, the bowls caught my attention first. Look at all these bowls. They're from Eldune's noodles. There's Mr. Salty. Then, I think we figured something out. I think we have. Mr. Eldune must do takeout. Not exactly what I was thinking. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue, Trucy. Shoes? There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients? Or maybe it's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus. You'd think they used his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if his patient or visitor isn't still here, why'd they leave without their shoes? Better take a closer look at these, just in case. Sandals out of the court record. Cute women's sandals, found in the Miraculous Clinic foyer. Foyer. Alright, and then the other sandals, or slippers. These must be the slippers for patients at the clinic. Same as the pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here, too. And ours have paint on the bottoms, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder. Right. The paint's from the hit and run, after all. But what were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Plants don't even have names. Fish. Quiet, please. The clinic reception desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Oh, good heck. Brutal, but effective. Please give. Okay. Ooh. Look, this door says doctor's office. Think this is the victim's private office? It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks? Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. It's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. Oh. Apollo, that sound came from behind this door. Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. Break it! They left through that window. Wait, Apollo. You're too late to catch them now. That must be your experience as a panty snatcher chaser talking. Well, we should tell the police. Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. Well, one thing is for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now. Alright. Million brains in jars. Whoa, what are those? The wall is covered with beakers. Hey, something is moving inside that one. You look, Apollo. But hey, look yourself. You can't... Oh. It's a goldfish. Wow, they're all fish. So many kinds. Whoever designed this had a sick sense of humor. Safe? What a cute little safe. Huh, looks like a 4-digit lock. Starts with 7-9. Someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7, 9. Wait, do you think? That burglar just now is trying to open it? I wonder what's inside this safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record. Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers. Well, let's look. Probably nothing to do with this. But this checkup report? No. June 14. No? I don't think so. I wonder. No such luck. I don't think I do. That would be a bit too lucky, don't you think? Well, I suppose. If only there was something that could finger which buttons had been pressed. Oh, there you go. Something that could finger which buttons had been pressed, huh? Maybe there is a way after all. Okay, alright, I get it. Back. We'll check the other things first. This potted plant has seen better days. That doesn't make sense either. What doesn't? Normally, burglars are looking for valuables, right? That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar. So I look under a potted plant. Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe. I've heard of people putting their house keys under plants, but the key to a safe? Then maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys. This is getting nowhere fast. Spilled drink. Books and papers are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. The burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Huh? The juice is spilled out of that cup. It's dry. So, the messy one wasn't our burglar just now? Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. Hydrate? Yeah, we can do that. Like. Alright, we'll probably also take a moment to snack a chewy. Alright. Thank you, Irishmail. Okay, so we've seen these things. These things. Lamp on the floor? Kind of an expensive looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burned out? No. Our cat burglar must have dropped it. But why is it standing up on the floor like that, then? Hey, look at the cord. Huh? There's a red splotch on a part of the cord. You think that's blood? It's a little bright for blood. Almost pinkish. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. Lamp. Found in the Maractus Clinic office with a broken bulb and a red stain on the cord. Let's take a look at the details of that. We didn't look at the shoes either. cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Is that lipstick? Gotta wonder what left that stain. Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like, they were trying to write their name.
It's also just hideous and clashes with a room.
Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? I used to write my name on my magic ropes. Ooh, there was more to look at. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, broken. The bulb is broken. It won't turn on. Oh, how is it broken? Don't touch that. You'll cut yourself. Eee! Yeah, fool me once. Shame on my finger. Ah, you're bleeding. Let me see that. Wait. Magic blood. Gotcha. Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my coworkers injuring themselves on the evidence. Alright, I think that is all that is...
Oh, maybe it's red blood.
I still think it's lipstick on the... Because it was too bright for that, and the shape of it is kind of... yeah, this! Another matching shoe. It's the same person as who had the slippers. Back. Hey, Apollo, you think this is... this could be a toe print. Maybe we can get a print off of this. Let's try it out. Heck. Okay. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? But wait, I mean, it's great we got the print. But is there such a thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. If there is, Detective Sky didn't give it to us. Which means we can't match this print. But this seems like a good time to ask a detective's advice. Yeah, good idea. Okay, so this is the thing that we thought might match this one. That I got stuck in saying that, you know... Yeah, bark. The window's ajar. That must be how our burglar escaped. Wonder who it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here? Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. I'd give it a month myself. Whoever broke in obviously needed to break in today. What a cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit lock. Someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7-9. Wait, do you think... That burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside this safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record. Something can help us figure out the last 2 numbers. I wonder. Yeah, okay. Well, I have an idea. I knew it, Apollo. What is it? Well, all we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are.
Take that!
When you press the buttons, you'd have to touch them. With your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So, if we can find the buttons with fingerprints, we could also check what buttons, whose finger... The burglar put in 2 digits. They have fingerprints. Back. So we can find the buttons with fingerprints. We'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. I want to test... We're testing everything, obviously. I really want to look at that fingerprint on the bark. 7952. Look, you can see the oily finger residues clearly. Look at 7 and 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Oh, okay. Alright. I thought I'd try. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open this safe. Let's give it a shot. So it's either 7952 or 25. Okay, it's 52. It opened. That is a bullet? What? This looks like a bullet hole. You can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out. The tip is all squished. Not surprising, given that it was fired into a metal safe.
Not a golden tanuki. Game loses a point.
Yeah, it's a shame. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. Bullet added to the court record. Found in the Maractus Clinic safe. Squeezed from impact with the back of the safe. We're so messing with all the evidence. Okay, at least the cat has no evidence behind it. Let's see here. Envelope. This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it. An x-ray? I can't make heads or tails of it. And I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says Waki Kitaki. So this is Waki, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be here in this safe? Let's see, the physician's signature says Palmaractus. What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says who filed the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alita Tiala. Alita Tialita is Waki's fiancée. That's one Ita too many, Apollo. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? So I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic? Odd that she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. So Alita Tiala worked at the Maractus Clinic. And she had access to Waki Kitaki's medical chart. That's not how you spell Kitaki either. Or, bark. You got them mixed up again. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? A doctor? Waki's chart, found in the Maractus Clinic safe. Signed by Nurse Alita Tiala. Okay. Lots of things to examine. Then stuff, I think that's everything we can see.
Is Apollo drunk? Perhaps.
Yeah, I don't get that. And also, like the blue parenthetical is supposed to be asides that no one hears anyway. Well, they've already ruined that once. Okay, just checking this again. We did check that, and we're not going to do it again. That's fine. We checked the lamp. Right, bullet. Looks like a big muffin. Wow, it's all mushed. That was one tough safe. You know, it looks kind of yummy. Huh? Like ice cream. Caramel. You certainly have an active imagination, Trucy.
Maybe the joke is it's a dialectic that's harder to read than Connaught.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like what Waki Kitaki with the I and Y switched would even be audibly different. Like, she's specifically reading his thoughts, apparently. Alright, examination record. ID 4649, physician Palmaractus, nurse Alita Tiala. Age, Waki Kitaki, age 19.
She is magic.
Male. Bullet lodged near heart. And then Doctorese. Okay. Alright, we've done all the examining we can do. Let's get out of this place. Okay. So we have one shoes to take to Sky. And where is Eldoon? He is not here. Well. So much for that. We'll go back to the park. It's so terrible. Looks like that old lady's at it again. Look, I told you yesterday the park's off limits. And I told you yesterday this is how I go home. Okay, you want me to go around? How about give me $5? Like yesterday. The con artist strikes again. Okay, into the park. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next, she'll have us analyzing face prints. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Okay, so this goes back to shoe prints, but I don't think we just show her shoe prints. These sandals. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print, off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints match, you know the same person or both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Yeah, got one right here. I think I just might, actually. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare this sample with this other print? What? Yeah.
Take that!
This pair of slippers, toe print and all. Ooh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course. Hang on. Are you gonna make me do it? Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the ones who found the prints. A perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know? I can't say. Not yet. Well, that's one big step closer. Are they leaders to the truth? I mean, she's the only person who, so far, whose style they would be, really. I don't know. And we also have to find Ilgun and probably Akita. Yeah, Alita. Akita. That would be someone else. June 16, Hickfield Clinic. The prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something. I could use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago, please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. Hey, 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news, I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes, he was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. He took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial, there was a single piece of forged evidence? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright? Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery. For now. Alright. Can I show him everything and everyone? Where is L2? Where is Alita? Alita's... no. We go back to detention center? June 16, detention center, visitor's room. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back and Daddy's... No, you again. Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, man. Now I'm all in funk and it's his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson. Failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Okay, guilty verdict. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. But what if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, Shorty? Like a badge of honor. Doesn't this place regrettably still have the death penalty? They don't give the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. 5th? Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob? Over my dead body. I spent my life trying to keep it real, be an OG, never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just let me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kentucky family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail, for my sake. Says her name on it. What's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie. That's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Oh, Kami, welcome in, howdy. Take a closer look, here in particular. Where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. Huh. You lawyers do your homework. So, you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So? Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Okay, so we will go and talk to him and ask about that. Walkie and Alita. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with other family. I was ready to die, sure, but they came in and got me, hauled me off the docks. The Maractus Clinic? That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow, so I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet like, on the down low, know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me. So that was the proposal? You know it. An oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later. Bye. About that op. Yeah, didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. Health checkup. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said? Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullets to that checkup? Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cat pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we're all gonna get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Oh heck, could be someone else altogether. Well, I mean, it does say 19 years old and such. This is 27 circled at the top either. If that's what that is. I don't know if you would know about this. We can offer. Like. Man, that is so far off the hook, it's off the chain, G. He seems preoccupied with something else. Wonder how my lead is doing. Man, I miss her. Alright. We've had our conversation with him. Eldoon? Error. No. Nope. Also, we never called the police after searching the place. Don't think I didn't notice. Okay, so we talked about that. We've confirmed they match. Present this. She's not going to react. Where is she? Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Ah, Trucy, wait. What? That's vital evidence there. You can't show her that. That's our secret weapon in tomorrow's trial for sure. Ooh, clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do it quietly. Alright, okay. So vital. Red stain? Say, could you take a look at this lamp? She doesn't care. The bulb's broken. Right, strange, isn't it? Really? I break bulbs all the time. My desk is a mess and my lamp is always falling over. Not too bright, huh? Ouch. I still think it's kind of odd. It is kind of odd. Bullet? Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Ah, Trucy, wait. What? This bullet was inside the safe, right? That means the police don't know about it yet. Oh, right. We can use this in the trial tomorrow. Do I have to repeat myself every time? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do so quietly. Okay, Okay, where are all the people? Where are all the people? Eldoon is not in his home. The garage is still... There's nothing new or interesting. We could go back into the clinic. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm pretty sure this is all covered. Interesting how we don't even think of looking behind the desk. Wait. Already checked the plant. And bark. Okay. Wait, why is there a whole pot of this? Or is that a trash can? Where are the people? Wait, okay, so we go out. We go back to... See if we can talk to Trucy, see if she says a thing. Nope. No. And of course he's gone now. Things that I should show him. Oh yeah, let's show him this. Walkie, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Miss Tiala? Yeah, a birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad, so cute, man. So these sandals are hers? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Sandals updated in the court record. Elitist sandals. Present from Walkie. Found in Maractus Clinic foyer. Big toe print found on left sandal. He won't be able to... man, that's so far off the hook, it's off the chain. Okay, he doesn't care. Okay, so we've learned that these are elitist sandals. See if he reacts to any of this other stuff. I don't think so. Bullet? No, okay. Okay, so we've learned... that the shoes are Alita's. Here we go. Alright. June 16, Eldoon's house. Mr. Eldoon, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucy doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldoon? Okay, so we talked to him. Show him the thing. Mr. Eldoon, could you take a look at this? Medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldoon? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial, on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? Oh, but Dad, he's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Walkie's chart. Well, according to this chart, this Walkie Kentucky feller's not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation's already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of, it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet's snug as a bug right there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with. You mean... Took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. Take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with a heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year tops. Milwaukee's operation was already half a year ago. Well, that's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great. Just great. Sure is great that he's not, anxious about the outcome of his, murder trial. Maractus dilemma. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea how he fell. An emergency operation, he's got the kid's chest open on the table, and he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, truth to all. Cold despair. Despair? About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in a situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. You kinda do want to communicate that. The Kitakis. You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation, walks back on the street, living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful. And which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to him, he can probably cover up the truth of what happened. That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die. There's a darkness in this world, truth to all, waiting, hungry. Compared to it, these gangs turf wars like kid games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong, it'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. So Walkie... He's real lucky to be alive even now. No. There's one problem. Apollo? This chart. Look at the nurse section. Oh, do you think she's gonna inherit it all? Oh no. Alita Tiala. That's right. This operation was how they met. Yeah, problem is, she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed. Huh. Why didn't she ever tell him? Doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking? Apollo! What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? Well, she was thinking how much she could inherit from the mob, I guess. To be continued right now. Save complete. Let us continue. Oh, court day. Oh boy. June 17, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh? What time did you wake up? 3 a.m. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat. Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. Ooh, what? That voice. Well, hey, get any sleep? Mr. Wright. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine Pasta joints seem almost fun. Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom. Nope, guess again. Is it you? That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Melita Tiala, your client's fiancée. She's gonna be a witness? But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. June 17, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up, and it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party... Guilty of panty snatching? We did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Herr Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see, to his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancée, Herr Judge. His partner for life, with no chance for parole. Very well. You may show the, lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fräulein? Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife. Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution? To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty. Another admirable trait. Fräulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Walkie Kitaki, confessed his plans? His plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Witness's testimony. Walkie's plan. Oh no. It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Walkie found out that Dr. Miraculous had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Walkie could have done it. So, the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then? Yes. With regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. On the bullet that took the victim's life, or was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Rifling marks? Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint, left on every bullet it fires. When did you first hear about Rocky's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defendant may begin the cross-examination. Cross-examination. Rocky's plan. It was the day the family health checkup results came back. That was the day of the murder, correct? Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Rocky looked at his face went so pale. But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest. So, you were there at the time? Yes, poor Rocky. When Rocky found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. That must have been, quite frightening. He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds. Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint. Rocky's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute. Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Rocky is a special case, being the next in line. Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah? Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. The point here being that Rocky had access to a pistol. And you already know what happened that night. What happened? Meaning the murder? I tried to stop him. I really did. But Rocky wouldn't listen. Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. I just don't see how anyone but Rocky could have done it. How can you say that for certain? How? Herr Forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fräulein. It was the defendant, Rocky, was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Yes? Could someone else have used that pistol? There was another. Alita herself. Presumably? I don't know. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. I mean, it was her, right? Take that! Oh, of course. I mean you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Objection! Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this... It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure, but I think I would hesitate at murder.
I'd hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim? We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé.
That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
Yeah, we never called them. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Ms. Tiala, and the victim. The victim, right, the victim, because being the doctor, she worked in the office. Give me the bark.
Take that!
That looks like a medical chart?
Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart.
What? Ms. Tiala, whatever... Why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Ms. Tiala?
Is it too late for pasta for you?
Yes, because bed is bed. I don't know.
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Also, oh no, snap cold night.
Oh no. Our warm little fiancé just froze over.
I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Ms. Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't. Now.
Now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all. There's no connection now. It doesn't fly in a court of law.
Doesn't fly?
She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. That's the shoes, right? It's probably the shoes.
Take that!
Well, I suppose I could see. Health, poor head. This trail you think you have found, it doesn't lead to the truth. Nor to a long career in the legal profession, yeah?
Gee, thanks.
Perhaps you will allow me to do the honors? Why not? It might be nice for a change. Most excellent. Let's rock.
I'll take the usual penalty next time, thanks.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Try again. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic.
Heck!
Okay, what further evidence do we have? It's not her phone.
Oh no, the shoes were literally there. These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they?
Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
So sorry, Fräulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you were unaware that toes leave toe prints? A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Hmm. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well. The witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus clinic that day?
Witness testimony. The Maractus clinic.
I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew the Hawaki had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend.
By mistake, you mean? The mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation?
He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know?
That does make sense. Yes, but there is still one thing which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home, too. So why were the sandals left behind?
You pointed out the contradiction before me.
There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake?
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Ya, forehead?
Oh, what the... No fair. He's filling the holes in her testimony.
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Cross-examination. The Maractus Clinic. Hydrate.
Like, I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol.
Oh wait, hold on. We're doing this the other way. Right. But also, which one of these shows her changing expression? It was the first one, right? Yeah, I'm not hiding any dark secrets. Alright, pressure. Around what time did you go to the clinic?
I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think.
And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year?
Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with.
So why did you go to the clinic that day?
I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol.
Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop Waki, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by this mirror yesterday, yeah?
I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake.
You mean an active malpractice on Walkie, correct?
If he had just told Wacky the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, that operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh, of course, if he'd told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought. We know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police, even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
What a thing to assert. No dark secrets, eh?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend, but you just got done saying he's not one of those people you make friends with, bark, bark, bark.
But then you'd be betraying Walkie, wouldn't you?
No, I did it for him, for us.
She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, yeah?
I didn't want them to take my Walkie away.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? Time to figure out what really happened in that clinic. Fast! Okay, so, I'm gonna check these things here. When was this? There's no date on it. Okay, never mind. First time since you quit in January. Well, the checkup was in June. Or was this... I don't know when this was. Oh no, right. This is... Yeah, okay, never mind. Back. That's the original report, the hidden one that was in the safe. Okay. I meant to warn him. You know, Walkie had the pistol. Dr. Raj was a timid man. Was he really? That's what I've got. I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I mean, the shoes are a dark secret. I don't know if they count. Wait, what's the last one? Wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. I mean, that's the shadiest thing of all to say. Hold on. Do a save, because I'm pretty sure this is wrong. But I'm gonna show the sleepers. Slippers don't belong here, but whatever. Objection! No, yeah. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness statement? Oh, I'm not sure I follow you. It clearly contradicts the, I thought... You don't sound very sure, Mr. Justice. I'm not. Objection overruled. Okay, we're gonna just go and take that back. The whole point of doing that. I called it beforehand. Should be fine. Don't make me go back too far. Or I'll cry. Okay, I'm gonna tell him to be careful as an old friend. First time in half a year since you quit in January. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Autopsy. The Shiv. Alright. 2 rounds were fired. Oh no. Right. Oh no. Someone shot into that safe earlier. Oh good heck. With the other round. Oh no. Possibly. I still think that's lipstick on the cord, but Milwaukee had the pistol. Doctor always was a timid man. Was he really? What is all the stuff that's going on with the noodle stand? Like, he was pulling a noodle stand when he died. Not hiding any dark secrets. I really doubt that. But I can't just produce any suspiciously dark secrets, can I? So I'm gonna be careful as an old friend. There's no way that she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic and fast. Okay, so why did she really go? If it's not really her first time in half a year, how do we know that? Friend? Friend?
To get the shoes?
Well, no. No. I want to present the gun, but that's wrong too. Talk. Wait a minute. Like, why else would she have gone? Because of the checkup report, right? Objection! That's not right either. No. Your Honor, back. I got it wrong. Oh no.
Wait, your bullet was in front of her.
The bullet was in front of her? What?
In safe.
What do you mean was in front of her? Like, it might be... But... I mean, is this the dark secret? I mean, it's not.
If she went to warn the doctor, would have shot them both then.
But he didn't shoot them at the doctors, he shot them in the park. Now, she went with a gun. She went with the gun. And she shot him. Ah, for the gun.
Objection!
Ooh, that vibrated at me. Oh, Your Honor.
Then why was there a bullet in safe?
Yeah. I was there. I mean, yeah, I mean, the bullet is because someone shot, and I think it was probably her. But I don't know if I can just show it. We'll try the bullet instead of the gun.
Objection!
There's that for that too. What? Witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I have to penalize you, Mr. Justice. No! Okay, I'm going to press things again and see if anything stands out, because usually it's pretty helpful. I mean, usually. Bark, bark. Okay. If only I could use my sensing ability now. But I can't. Okay.
I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January.
Hold it!
Around what time did you go to the clinic?
I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think.
And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year?
Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with.
So why did you go to the clinic that day?
I went to warn him. After all, I knew Wigwaki had the pistol.
Hold it!
Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop walking, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
But we're saying Waki didn't have the pistol. Waki had the knife. Could you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by this mirror yesterday, yeah?
I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure, knowing the doctor. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake.
Hold it!
You mean that act of malpractice on Waki, correct?
If he had just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, that operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh, of course if he'd told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought. We know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
It's just this is the most suspicious thing to say. No dark secrets, eh?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it too. Okay, so at that point,
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind.
I wanted to tell you to be careful as you don't. Okay, so why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets, except you are. But what? Noodle bowls? Are the noodles involved? Because there was a noodle. All the noodle bowls in the Maractus clinic were suspicious. So many things are suspicious. How can I show toe prints, matching toe prints? How? This lamp too is Tell me careful as an old friend. Did you? Did you? Did you? Alright. Are we cheating? Perhaps.
Maybe knife?
Knife? Oh, well. Where can I show the knife existing, though? I'm gonna take a look at, a hint book. It's called the Internet. Let's see here. Heck. Okay. Well, didn't I do that? Hey, wait! Sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to hit the button. Okay, so the dark secret was the chart. Because you already knew about it. Objection! Okay. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office.
Yes?
Why would this one chart be in that safe? Ms. Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad Herr Doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Walkie's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it?
You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents.
This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Alright.
Too bad, little attorney.
Whoa. Gasp. My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tighten just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Huh? Then what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe. Yes, that has to be it. What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Drusy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony, but we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well, then, what do we do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses. It's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart? Well, because it's got your name on it and you don't want anyone to find that? Let's perceive. Why would I go to the clinic? Oh, I need to be perceiving. I think she's doing a thing with her fingers. For a half-year-old chart. Hear it again. Why would I... Yeah, she's doing that. Go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart. Okay, so it's right there. Why would I go to the clinic?
Gotcha!
Go to the clinic now. Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. Stop telling them about it! The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring.
What?
She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat.
That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
Indeed.
Huh?
Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now.
Oh.
I've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this, because of the new checkup, right? Because you couldn't go back to the last thing, because that's what you do. You're like, oh, what happened? Let's check the original records.
Take that!
Probably. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this?
Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything?
Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal.
Eh.
A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you. Okay. That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So, the lady was lying, it seems.
That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed, a bit too deep. If the Kataki's got a hold of this charge with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiama?
You guessed it.
Order, order.
I did it. I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you.
Wait.
Huh?
Miss Tiala?
It's true that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home.
It appears this cross-examination is far from over.
What?
She hid the truth from us, this is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination.
I was so close. You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo.
Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left.
Did you? How did you warn him?
How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn that Kitaki was after them?
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right here in this courtroom.
Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir.
After which I carried you back to your chambers.
Sounds like the judge had quite a fright. Nothing happened in Dr. Maractus' office today, huh? What about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo. I know. We can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved. Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? Yes, okay, so this is the same thing as earlier. Okay, so just put up... Will we get another opportunity to see her, points of shenanigans? Nothing happened at all. Oh, really? Then why was there a bullet in the safe? That's my guess. I'm still gonna do a save. Yes. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this.
What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually.
This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Ms. Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe.
Inside the safe.
I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder.
Not bad, Herr Forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position?
The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart.
Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus?
We're losing bandwidth here. I'm sorry, y'all. Maybe it'll come back.
Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe?
Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala.
Order, order, order. Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness again?
Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kitaki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him, and then the bullet finally reached its destination?
What? That reminds me. Apparently the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will.
MVPs.
MBPS. So terrible. Oh no, now it's down to 0. Okay, we're gonna give a short ad break to give it a chance to come back, if it's coming back.
17 Mbps.
It's so terrible, I know. Okay, yeah, I say we're doing that break. See what happens. Oh heck, I'm reconnecting to things. Like... Patience with our doom and our dust. Yes, we're dropping many frames. So terrible. It'll come back. No, it won't. 0. Yeah, we had the guy come out and look at it. Apparently we have faulty wiring in the building. So who knows if that's ever going to get looked at. Alright, give me some green bars over here. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Okay, well that's the end of the break we put in. Hopefully that's at least part of the reconnection successful. Okay, oh, we have yellow bars now. Green! It's back in green! Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. We might actually have function again. Okay. It's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Wacky. Wake up and spell reality. Alita, baby? The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alita. Your honesty is like a